to the video. Let's get this ride going. We're on vacation at Daytona Beach. We'll be here for the week, and then we're heading back tomorrow. So let's get this ride started. More to come. Where the hotel we're at, it's like it's stuck in the 70s, but it's like everything's closed. The pool's closed, the gym's closed. So we're gonna do a little cycling. We're gonna do a lot of hill workouts. We're gonna hit every bridge on A1A from New Smyrna to Daytona Shores. So let's get this done. I'll show you the beach in just a second. But really, I feel like I'm stuck in the 70s. This is something else. Look at this hotel behind me. That's wild. All right, always remember, one of the things that you try to imitate when you're training is the course that you're going to be utilizing on race day. I'm in Daytona Beach, Florida. Might be a little bit of overkill, but if you look at that incline over there where I came from, it's a very, very huge gain of altitude. Look at that view, man. Drove over here, got some training in, stayed the week. Not a bad training day. So it's pretty much out and back. I'm going down A1A to that bridge way over there. Went over that bridge, and now I'm over this bridge that you're looking at now, and it's a one-way. You can see the cars are both coming up the bridge. I'm going against traffic, but I'm on the sidewalk. So what I'm going to do is go down this bridge to the beach that you can see over there, to the north of the Halifax River. And then when I get to the beach, I'll turn around and come back, go over this bridge, and then back over to go to the next bridge, and then it'll just do one big block. So let's get it done. All right, we're at Daytona Beach. We're at Daytona Beach. Check this out. Oh my goodness, look at those waves. It looks like the tide's out. The lifeguards are out. We got a flag over there. So definitely not a good day to be swimming if you're gonna do some open water swimming. But I love this beach. It's the best. It's been thriving since the 70s. I've been coming here as a kid. So now we're gonna go back over this bridge again and knock out some more riding. Oh my goodness. Bridge, bridge, bridge. Look at all these bridges. I'm knocking them out though. One by one. 1, 2, 3. I'm on number 4. Out and back. Then we got to run after this. I can't wait. Let's get this going. Whew. All right, we're doing about 300 watts up these bridges. Just pushing really hard. I mean, I'm not even out of breath. I'm pushing so hard. Oh. But this view is priceless. I'm gonna try to turn the camera around and get that view of the Halifax River. You can see it over there. See it back out there. Pretty nice day, a little cloudy. And if you look that way, you can actually see the ocean. Check it out. All right, it looks like the tide is right where we need it to be. The tide is out. We're on our last bridge. Man, what's that, 6 bridges? And if you look over there, you can see the ocean. Check it out. Oh, what a view. What a training view. I love it. All right, let's get back to our hotel. All right, I'm back at the hotel. 50 miles in about 2.5 hours. Not a bad ride. Pushed myself really hard. Had a lot of climbing that we got done. So now we're gonna knock out the run. We're gonna try to run down the beach, see what that looks like. Probably a mile out, mile back, and just hopefully the tide is went out a little bit, so I'll have some sand to run on. So let's check it out. Let's get it in. All right, like I was saying, just got done with the bike. We're 1 mile in. The tide's coming up pretty far. You can see the waves behind me are, I don't know, they're 4 to 6 foot roughly. And the way the tide's coming back in, looks like there's a little bit of a rip tide. Not terrible, but you definitely don't want to be there right now. There's not one person on the beach in the water. I don't even see anybody even on the sand getting their suntan on. And you can really see the production that's went in to the storm that was here about a year ago. Look at this. You see how it's still eroding? I know God says he'll stop the seas, but if man put sand where the sea's supposed to stop, then that's on man, because the sea ain't gonna stop. Check out all that sand. Oh my God, they gotta put tons more in because it's eroding. You can't hold back that force. Look at that. So let's get after it. All right, we're at the beach behind the hotel slash Airbnb slash condominium. Right here, the waves behind the camera just hitting. Hopefully you can hear me because I got the wind blowing. So basically what I want to touch on, I like to touch on something on every video, and it's just kind of like whatever, you know, comes to mind. And the course really kind of hit home today. I was doing a lot of climbing. So basically, first thing you do, first and foremost, is when you set out for your journey to do any kind of race or accomplishment, if there's a sign up, just sign up. I don't care if you haven't swum a day in your life, you haven't ran a 5K a day in your life, much less a mile a day in your life. The first thing you got to do to help the mind kind of, what am I trying to think of? Help the mind kind of comprehend everything, I guess. Kind of break everything down, is to sign up for a race, complete the registration, and then go from there. So what I did is I signed up for multiple Ironmans, but this year I signed up for Chattanooga. I'd already been training a little bit, and then once I sign up, I ramp the training up from a 12-week training program and just do a lot more intervals, a lot more longer training rides, and just whatever it takes to get it done. And then once you sign up for the race, then you got to start breaking down the course. And when you break down the course, you got to break it down from the swim. So basically, if you're going to swim in a body of water, whether it be the ocean, a river, anything like that, what I would recommend is to focus on your training program to relate to the course. So my course, I think, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 segments is how my course is broken down. So to give you an example, I'm going to do a river swim. So just got to really work on the mechanics and the style of swimming. You don't got to so much work on the distance. Now, if I was doing Panama City Beach, which is what I did last year, then you got to work on distance and not so much mechanics. Because yes, granted, when you go out, you may or may not have a little help going out, or you may not have a little help going in. It depends on how the tide is and how calm and quiet the ocean is. Like, I'm on the off right now where I did the race in Panama City, and the beach is just out of control. There's no way they can put on an Ironman. So with Panama City Beach being an ocean swim, you're gonna swim about 2 to 3 hours a week just to get the maximum of your longevity in. And then when you're doing a river swim, you're gonna be doing like, a, I lost train of thought trying to watch the kids here. A river swim, so you're gonna be swimming about an hour and a half, roughly. Basically, and I would say anywhere to 2 hours. You do want to throw some open water swims in there. I do have some lake swims that I do in there at Lucky's Lake Swim, and then the rest of it is actually in a pool. So I'll swim 30 minutes to an hour, 2 to 3 days a week in the pool, and then open water swim on a Saturday. Now moving to the bike course. So the bike is going to be a little hard and long. There's going to be 3 loops of like 38 miles. So it's going to be rolling hills. So like today I trained rolling hills. So a lot of up, a lot of core, a lot of hard workout. Only did, I don't know, 40, 50 miles, something like that. But it was a hard, like, core, like, push myself, not super fast, but super hard. And I was definitely pushing myself. I think a lot of times my watt meter was, I don't know, 400 plus watts, because I was just like pushing myself. And then the run. So the run, I know for a fact it's going to be rolling hills, because this is the same run they've done for the last 10, 15 years. So I know 100% it's going to be rolling hills. I know what to expect. I know one of the longest parts of the run on the first loop is about, it's like 6 miles out and then 6 miles back, the way they do it. They have you run down the river, and it's, I don't know, it's just such a view. It's the last few segments of the race, and you get that view twice. The second loop on the run, it's dark. A lot of times it gets dark around 6, and you're going to be finishing up your last loop, you know, 6, 7 o'clock at night, and then the temperature, you know, also drops. But yeah, so I'm going to go through my segments. The first segment is going to be the swim, downriver swim. The second segment is going to be the first loop of the bike. The third segment is going to be the second loop of the bike. The fourth segment is going to be the third and final loop of the bike. The fifth segment is going to be the actual 13.1, which is the first loop of the run. The last and final segment is going to be the 6th, which is the last loop of the run. It's a total of 6 segments, and it's end of the race. And it's like when you come across that last bridge and you take a left and you take another right, you know, you can hear the music, you know the Ironman has pretty much come to an end for you, and then it's on to the next race. So definitely got a lot planned. It's probably, I want to say it's 2 weeks from today. Yeah, so we got a whole nother week, then a half a week at work, and then we're going to start traveling, and then races on Sunday. So yeah, 14 days out. I'm pretty excited. So yeah, got this beach behind me here. Kids are having a blast and just loving it. I'm gonna turn the camera around. You can see what they're doing and how crazy the surf is right now. Definitely trying to keep a close eye to them. I don't want to have to use my swimming skills this one, or there's gonna be a challenge in this. So thanks for watching the video.